Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. This is the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. The troll part is not caring too much about what the beauty community standards are. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique because that's what they're telling you in videos. Try all the things if you want to, but settle on what you like best for you. The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Two things I want to let you know about me if you're new here. Hey, there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches, and I do always try to say excuse me whether I think you heard it or not. And the second thing is I curse because I curse. And so let's get into this palette. Thank you for hanging out with me. We're going to do looks number 1 and number 2 with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Fall Romance palette, and this is what it looks like, and I am excited. And so for looks 1 and 2, oh man, I just stuck my finger in one of the shadows by mistake. We're going to use this quad right here and this quad over here because they both have like a green. This isn't quite brown, but we have a brown up here. So yeah, so we're just going to get right to it. Eyes are primed with the Fenty. I have on Milk Hydro Grip Face Primer, and the Hydro Grip, not the Hydro Grip. I probably should start over right, but I'm not. The Soft Lip from Fenty. I don't have on concealers, or I don't have on concealers yet. I was going to say color corrector, but I use a concealer as a color corrector. And yes, we have green in the brows. So we have out all of our brushes. We're going to take this brush and we're going to take Moonlit, this shade right here, and that's going to go, is that coming off on the brush? Yeah, it is. So it felt like it wasn't, but it was. That's going to go first portion of the lid over here. I don't know why it feels like it's not picking up on the brush, but it is because I can see it on my lid. Okay, this is strange, but it is coming off though. So each time I'm just swiping like 2 or 3 times. So that's going to go here. Okay. We're going to take a clean one and we're going to go into Crown, this shade over here. Because I wanted to see how similar, well, I know these two looks are not going to look similar. I do think this one is going to be more rustic, but then I don't know because that has these two browns. One appears to be a shimmer. The other one, it looks matte, but it also has a slight sheen to it. So I just wanted to see what things would look like. But yeah, I'm excited for this palette. I have not had an ABH palette since when Soft Glam first came out, like eons ago. We're going back to that first brush with Moonlight. Did I say Moonlit earlier? I probably did. So just going to put more of that to amp it up. I could use a sponge tip, but we're just getting these on. This video is going to be super long because I have out like 6 looks planned. If it gets super long, around 4 or 5, we'll finish in a different video. So now we're going to take Smoke, this shade here. Feels really creamy. I'm not tapping off. I should have put this on inner corner because it's kind of blending in. So we have pink and then a shade that looks like it's not there for the center of the lid. Very light looks. We are overlapping like we usually do. And we're going to take a clean one of those and we're going to take Ember, this shade. We are going to tap that one off. And we're going to put this here. This is interesting. This is nice. This looks similar to something I did. Y'all like, girl, you only use 2 shades so far. This looks like something similar that I did with Lethal Cosmetics. So we're just going to put this here. And we're going to take a little bit more and just put up here. And we're going to feather downward. Go back and forth downward. So this is that. We're going back to the brush that had that first shade on it, and we're going to pull that over because we don't want to lose this shade. And actually, while we're doing that, we're also going to take the brush that had the first shade over here, and we're going to pull that over as well. And so this is what we have so far. Easy peasy. These two really do just blend into my skin tone. Now we're going to take this brush and we're going to take Thorns. And we're going to, I don't need to coat both sides because this is only going over here. So this is, ooh, this is going to go over here, and we're going to bring this up a little bit here. Yeah. And we are going to use the other side of the brush and just fill this in. Fill in the outer corner part, because we started out kind of like a V. This is nice. We're going to bring it over a little bit further, whatever is on the brush and on the tip of the brush, even though we didn't put shadow directly on the tip of the brush. Y'all, today is December 14th. Wee hours of the morning. And I'm just thinking like, dang, like our week of lives starts tonight. The brush that had that center shade, and we're going to pull that over because we don't want to lose it. I like that. We're going to take a clean one and we're going to go into this shade, Twilight. And we're going to put that over here on the outer corner. I do like the depth of these matte greens. I should put these next to each other in a look just to see how close they are. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just bring it slightly over. And we do have a shadow that we're going to use for transition. The way this is always straight, y'all, I'm just like, oh my gosh. All right. That's always funny to me because I don't do it on purpose. So that's what we have over there. That's what we have over here. At least it kind of looks the same. So that's a good thing. We're going to feather this out a little bit. And we're going to go back to the brush for the green on this side. And we're going to feather that out just a little bit as well. Just a little bit. Not a lot. And I did put primer over here. I feel like I'm talking really soft today. Like, I don't know what's happening. That didn't really come out much, but that is okay. And I don't want to go back in. You know what? That's fine. That is fine. And actually, no, they don't look the same. This is a brush we use for foundation and primer. Yeah. So now we're going to take this brush and we're going to take Leather, this shade here. We're going to tap and turn. And this is going to go in our transition over here. No, shoot, that's the wrong side. Thankfully, it didn't show up much. This is look number one. This is going over here. Because this is look number one. That first quad. And we're going to put that there. So this would be a good shade just for what I'm doing because it's not really showing up too much. I do have one Inner Rims Matte Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner in Pool Shark. And on lower lash line, we have one also from MAC. This is Stage 5 Clinger. So we have those shades there. And I was thinking to put this under here, but it's not really showing up. So I might put that green under there. We'll see. Number two, look number two. This is, these mattes are a little powdery, not a problem for me. We're going to take Mulberry, this shade here. And we're tapping and turning, we're tapping off. This is going to go here. And this does have more color than the one we used up here, which is great. And this does actually, it like everything just blends in, which is nice. Okay. So this is what we have for this. And, oh, this is that murky, messy grunge that I like. Which brush? Number two. I forgot which brush was what. So we're going to just take a clean brush. Because I want to go back with, what shade is that? This is the second shade we used on the lid, but because we have so much brown going on, there's not much of a color differentiation. It's all just, yeah, seriously, just blending together. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this Hourglass number 3 and we're going to go into this shade and we're going to pull this over more. I just want more of something on the lid so that it all just doesn't look. I dipped into the wrong shadow. I dipped into this one, so we're going to flip it over. Yeah, because this is, I mean, it is that murky look that I like for sure. But I still just want more color on the lid. So now we know. And if you're a different complexion than me, they would have shown up different on you. So I do like that better. But this is darker than I thought. It is more, it's like a reddish brown. This one down here, Mulberry. And so I doubt that I would use that for transition again. But, and actually we're going to put that on our lower lash line too. Okay, I do like this better. This is looking kind of janky up here. So we're still going to just take some more of this. And we're going to bring this higher up. That's what we're going to do for that. I do like that better. I do. This side I'm really digging. It's light and ethereal, but I like the shape we did with that outer corner color. Something I'm not really quite liking how this is looking right here. This is the brush that we use for that transition shade, or actually brown bone shade. So we're going to take the brush for this transition shade, and we are going to sweep that up here just to see what it does, to see if we can tone it down some. It is that messiness I like for sure. Like for sure. And so, yeah, this is definitely grunge. We're gonna take the brush that had this green on it, and we're not adding more to the brush, but we're just going to, whatever's in the brush, just bring it over. Yeah, just to split up how those colors are looking. This is definitely that messy grunge that I like. For lower lash line, I was going to probably just use this brush, but we're not. We're going to take these two Sigma brushes, and we're going to take this one, and we're going to put lower lash line over here, and that's what we're going to do. And that's it for the shadows. Oh, that's nice. Oh my gosh, that's nice. Yeah, this is this. And we're going to take the green. Do we want to take the green over here? Yeah. We're going to take Thorns, and we're going to put that under lower lash line over here. And we are taking it down wide. We're blowing it out because we're messy grunge in the winter time. Ooh. Taking more Thorns and putting that here. Yeah, oh, that looks very like messy. I like that. How you can see stage 5 clinger close to the lash line, and then how this is blowing down. Oh my gosh, y'all, I like it. Y'all like, girl, y'all know I like messy grunge. This is wet under here. Eyes are tearing. We're gonna take a clean brush. I don't want that one, that's too big. And we're going to take this shade Leather, and we're going to just buff under our lower lash line. And that's what we're going to do with that. Oh, that is so messy. I don't think I've really done like a messy grunge look in a while. And we are bringing this down far. Ooh. I am going to take, what am I going to take? I'm going to take this eyeliner brush, and I'm going to go into the palette that has the primer and foundation on it, and I'm going to put that right here because that was farther out than I wanted it to go. Okay, so this is what we're doing to clean up, and we're going to switch to the brush we used for foundation and primer. Oh yeah, that's nice. And I think I'm gonna leave this like this. Okay, so we're going to edit out for upper lash line. I have a green. What's on my brows is Melt Cosmetics Fortune. I think I kind of don't want to do a green on my upper lash line. Maybe this side, and I keep forgetting you can't see through the lid. This is Inglot number 86. We're gonna put on upper lash line over here. And for this eye, I'm thinking purple, and I feel like I've been using purple a lot. And we're going to take this one. This is number 75. We're going to put that on upper lash line over here. The same mascaras we've been using, so I need to take out another eyeliner brush since we're using 2 different eyeliners for upper lash line. We're going to do an ombre lip. It's not going to be that noticeable. We're going to use these 2 shades. This one is 123 Brownie. This one is 141 Chocolate Lover. Both are from the Sephora Cream Lip Stain collections. We're going to do concealers, powder down, do a cheek situation. I don't know what we're using yet. And then when we come back, everything will be done. This is our finished look, and on the lips, these two look more alike than I thought. This one is more red, and that's what we put on first because it looked like it was going to be darker. And this one is 123 Brownie, and we put 141 Chocolate Lover on the center, but it seemed like this was almost darker than this one. And so then I did go in and line my lips to clean up my lip line with NYX lip pencil, and the shade is Current. I don't know if you can see what that color is. There it is. So yeah, this is what we have. So this is an easy grunge look, easier on the eye, I think, for most people. This is the messy grunge look that I love, that some people might be like, girl, just do these over here. I do like how we blew out the lower lash line over here. I did put on Natasha Y10 under here and the Estee Lauder under here, and y'all saw I already had the foundation done earlier. And I do like how it looks on top of the foundation as well. And for finishing powder, this one is Mood Light, which is described as sheer lavender pink. So that glow you see all over, that's this right here. We use Fenty products for the face, and also we set the face with Fenty. We use the Scandinavia spray. We used the eyeliners that we said we were going to use for upper lash line. And so this is the look, y'all. I am digging it. This, ooh, yeah, I love it. So hang tight and you'll see another look coming up right about now. Thank you for hanging out with me yet again. Look number 3, look number 4. We do have red inglot in our brows, and it is number 79. And inner realms and lower lash line, we have on Matte Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner and Graphic Content, and we have on Cotton Candy on the lips. You can tell what foundation I'm wearing because it is shiny. So we're going to jump right in with look number 3. We're going to take Fireside. So for look number 3, we're doing this quad right here in the middle. So we're going to take Fireside, and that's going to go here. Eyes are primed with the Fenty eye primer. It is the only one I'm using right now. I just felt the chunk of the shadow bounce off my lip. I think we're going to do a green lip. So I'm kind of feeling like I'm gonna end up looking like a disco ball. Even though this shade blends in, I do like it because it just adds like that sparkle. If you want like a really like super soft glam look and you're about my complexion, put this all over the lid, put on a brown eyeliner, and maybe line underneath your lash line with a brown, put on mascara. Your eye look is done. So that would be really, really, really simple and easy. Excuse me. We're going to take a clean one and we're going to go into Moonlight. So we're coming back over to this shade here. I thought this one to me seems a little more hard pressed. Like I can't, it feels like it's not picking up on the brush. Like this one, it just, you know, smooth. This one and that one were smooth. And this is smooth, but it feels like it's not picking up. But it is, because I can see it on my lid. I really like this palette. Those looks I did yesterday, actually early this morning, I really like how messy this one was. Oh my gosh. And I know that's not everybody's taste, but I was really feeling it. I was really digging it. So that's that. We're gonna, these were Esom V27s. We're gonna take, y'all know what this one is, right? Yeah, y'all do. And now we're gonna take Midnight, which is this shade here. I just love how smoky and dark and moody and grungy this palette is. And had I known, I would have purchased it when it came out. But I'm like, because it does not look this deep and murky in the pictures. But when I saw it in the store, I was like, oh. And I went back the next day and got it. Yes, I did. Because I said, let me just think for a day and not make an impulse buy. And so yeah, I went back the next day. And when I woke up, I'm like, I'm getting that palette today. I was so excited. So we're just overlapping. Actually, we're just gonna overlap a little bit and pull that first shade over. Y'all, I like, oof. We're gonna take, y'all, I'm loving this. And now we're gonna take Crown, this shade here, for look number 4. I was gonna do 6 looks with this palette, but then I decided just to do 5, because what we were gonna do, we were going to do first look, second look, third look, and then fourth look, and then 5th look. But then I'm like, by the time we do what we're doing right now, we've seen how all the shades work. And I still need to get through bronze And I received notification that my 2 Notoriously Morbid orders have shipped. So that's going to be 2 more pallets that I need to work through. And, oh gosh, I had to shift the member request videos because I had mistakenly scheduled some of those looks when I was doing a look for the live stream for the week of lives. And I'm just like, okay, do a look and then do another look. I'm like, And so some of those member request videos won't come out until January. So I'm just like, I'm trying to get everything in. This is the brush. No, this is the brush that had this shadow on it. And so I'm just like, so I'm really just trying to figure out how to get balanced, because I may have to stop doing as many regular videos because I do want to get the members request videos done, you know what I'm saying? But because I do so much content, it keeps getting pushed back. The week of lives, y'all, is changing my life. I'm just like, what is happening? So now we're going to take Crimson, this shade here, because remember, we're using these 4 shades right here. And that's gonna, this feels a little drier than the other ones. This, oh, what was I gonna say? I coated the wrong side of the brush by mistake, but it's really not, because then we can just do this to get the color there and then come back to this side of the brush to get our shape and to pull it out a little bit if we want to. I did put primer over there. So we're all sorts of colorful, especially with this bold red brow. When I was doing this brow, I was wondering if I want to conceal my brows first, because it's darker here where there's hair, as you can see, and then it's the regular red shade over here where there is no hair. And so I was wondering if I want to block the brows out with concealer. This shade blends in with this shade. No, where are we at? This shade blends in with that one. We didn't use that one yet. So this is on the outer lid, this is center lid, this is inner lid. So these two are blending in together. This just gives it a nice shine, and I do like how that looks. So we're just feathering up top with this brush. I like this. We're gonna go back to the brush that had Midnight on it, this shade here. We're not adding more, we're just gonna pull it over. Yeah, these two look like the same shade, except one has some sparkle to it. But I don't mind that though, I really don't. So we're gonna feather up here as well. Usually I would be like, I don't like when there's dupes in a palette. But I'm liking what it's doing. I'm liking the overall aesthetic of this palette. I really am. I need to probably take a smaller brush and do here. And also doing content for the pro membership. Okay, I like that. Let me leave it alone, I say, as I go back in and do something else. This right here is throwing me off, but we are going to put leather up here. This shade that blends into my skin tone, but it is good for buffing out. So we are going to use that for transition for both. This is nice. I'm not liking this part right here, but we're going to take care of that. Like this piece right here. What I can do, the brush that had that center shade, we're going to buff that up higher. So just whatever's on the brush. Oh, that worked. So that way it doesn't look like there's such a gap in the shape of it. Oh, okay. Y'all know we be fixing stuff here. Y'all know that. And now we're going to take Mulberry, this shade right here. This will be a nice smoky look too, like this shade here and these 3. Or if you just want to do green. Let me see. Yeah, because this one shows up green. What color is this? This is Crown. This shade with these 3 and that green, if you just want to do a green look, that would be really easy. Y'all, I'm digging this palette. Oh my gosh. What are we taking? Mulberry, we said, which is this shade. And this has a little bit of sheen to it. And I coated both sides of the brush by mistake, but we're still going to use it because we'll just turn it this way and get that there. And let me know if this happens to you. You see a title of a movie and you're like, oh, that looks interesting. And then as you start watching it, you're like, I've seen this before. Like, does that happen to y'all too? And what messes me up, I think, is like on YouTube, the video, it might be titled just a little bit different than like if it was on Tubi or Hulu or Netflix. And I think they do that for licensing purposes and copyright and all of that stuff. And so I'm thinking it's a different movie, and I'm like, I saw this before. This is the same. I saw this movie before. And so I find myself trying to find movies to watch more and more. I'm like, I saw this already. We're just winging out this shadow over here. Oh yeah. Now we're going to take this brush and go into leather, this shade here, and we're going to use this for transition, brow bone, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do that for both sides because this is like a non-shade on me, but it, excuse me, but it is serving a purpose. I feel like I need to hiccup again. Yo, I am so sleepy. Excuse me, I got up earlier than usual because I wanted to go check my post office box, and I need to get gas because I was like down to a little less than a quarter tank. Now I was about a quarter tank, and I don't like to get that low. But when I was coming back home from the class the other night, I'm like, I just want to go home. And so I went to the post office, picked up the box. Hey girl, hey. Oh my gosh, this shade, I don't know if it was this one or this one, but there is like a ton of fallout, like right here. Oh, and y'all ain't see it till I did that. This is the palette that has the primer and foundation on it. What the heck? Wow, that just like, wow. Wow, I think it was this one because of that shimmer. That was crazy, especially when I touched the brush to it. It was just like, it just smeared it. So thankfully, even though we don't have fallout over here, just to keep it even with the other side. If my face was powdered down, it might have brushed off, but it was just like, whoa. Y'all know we be fixing stuff over here. So, yeah, so I got that package, and then I checked my mailbox, which I hadn't checked in a while. Y'all, it was stuff all sorts of crammed up in there. So we're taking leather again, and that's gonna go up here. We started this side, didn't we? Yeah, because that's when I saw the fallout. My box was crammed. I was just like, I need to check my box more. Y'all, I've been sleeping. Even though I wake up every 90 minutes or so, like I go right back to sleep. And so today, to get up to go to the post office, and I needed to make a deposit at the bank, but then I forgot it was Saturday, so the bank's closed super early. So I'm gonna have to make it a point to set my alarm and get up Monday morning and go. I like this. We're gonna take this brush that had this matte shade, and we're just gonna kind of fill in this gap. So we're just pressing just to fill that in just a little bit more. So that is it for, no it's not. We got for underneath our lower lash line, we're going to take the Vine, this shade here. So we have on all sorts of colors, especially if I do a green lip, we're going to look like a Christmas ornament. And I am seeing a lot of Christmas looks on YouTube, and some of our looks for the week of lives, which you'll probably have, yeah, you'll see that before you see this one, will be Christmas looks. Oh, I like that. Look at that shade. Is that like a reddish purple? Like that is purple. I don't know what I thought it was. And y'all know my perception of color is different than most people's. I don't know what I thought. I don't know what I thought it was, but I like it. I like it. What color are we going to use for upper lash line? Something's telling me be simple and just use a brown, but where's the fun in that? We're going to take the brush. No, we're not. We're going to take a fluffier brush, and we're just going to go into leather. We're going to go straight in with leather, and we're just going to do this to our lower lash line. And I should probably do this again after we finish with the face, like powder down and everything. I still need to put on concealer under my eye and concealer around my nose area. Oh, I like it. Seems to be like a gap right here. I was thinking I should put a green on my upper lash line, but with the red brows, I'm like, that's a bit much. Maybe we'll just put a purple. We'll figure that out. So when we come back, y'all, everything will be done. This eye's starting to tear. We acted like we had some non-troll scents. We put black upper lash line over here, brown upper lash line over here, and we went in with City Lips Los Angel Lips lip gloss because it's a lot, I think, with the brows being so bright. And so this is what we have. Let's go ahead and take our pictures because this side is starting to tear up here. So here we go. I see you looking at me. One more with the palette for my gallery, and then we will come back. I'm always like, what's wrong with my fingers? And so just hang tight. We'll be back with look number 5, and we will wrap up this video. Look 5, let's get to it. I feel like I'm closer to y'all today for some reason. Like something is just different. This is the different ring light in the back. So I brung the wrong one over for my station. This is look number 5, y'all. I am really digging this palette. Fenty Eye Primer, of course. Inner rims and lower lash line is NYX retractable eyeliner in aqua green. I have Inglot number 97 in my brows. I know, and y'all know. So it's like, we're gonna take Smoke, this shade here. I am so awkward. Look at my finger, my thumb, and my arm. We're going to take, my fingers are still messed up looking. Smoke, that shade here. Y'all, I am just awkward. And I know I am, so I don't know why I try not to be. I'm excited. I really am liking this palette. Thank you for being here. If you've been here this far, leave a festive emoji, like streamers or fancy bells or something. Because it's always interesting to see like who does that, because that's one of the ways we know like who's really watching. Or sometimes at the end of a video they'll say, if you made it this far, put such and such emoji. Yeah, so that's one of the ways that we can tell. Or if people just don't want to do it and be like, nope, I see your game, I peeped the game, I ain't doing it, so that is there. And we did take this up to the brow since it kind of just blends in, but that sheen, that shine. Now we're going to take Ember, this shade over here, this corner. So we went corner to corner. Oh, you know what? We are using corner to corner, even for lower lash line. Excuse me. I had to wait on that one because I didn't know if a belch was following that or what. I had a salmon burger and beans for lunch. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I know I mentioned those salmon burgers before. I don't know if it was in a live stream or what, but they have very little fillers. And so when I eat one, like all I taste is salmon, and I'm like, this is so friggin' good. The company is World Catch, and I get the box of them from BJ's. And sometimes BJ's has coupons, and I'll get them. But yeah. So this is what we're doing, y'all. This palette, I had no idea, or I would have got it when it first came out, but I was just like, But now that I have it, ooh, I am loving it. It is so much deeper and murkier in person. And looking at pictures, and I know I probably said this for every look. The promo pictures and seeing it on, YouTube and videos, like it didn't look like this. And so when I saw it in the store, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I did say all that before. Now we're going to take Midnight, this shade right here. And I do believe that's the one that gave me all that fallout in the other look we did. I do just have on face primer and foundation. Yeah. And I felt fallout over here on my nose. Your fallout don't just go under my eyes like people seem to like clean up under the eye. Mine's be like down here sometimes, it be over here. Yeah, mine just goes wherever it wants to. So we're going to leave that like that. Hopefully I can get the other side sharp like that. Hopefully. And we will edit out doing the face like we've been doing. And I'm kind of liking doing that, even though I do miss doing the whole face. But I am doing that type of content for the pro membership because I think that'll be helpful to see the whole thing. The shapes are not quite the same. Let me bring this up a little bit. It's still rounded. Damn it. I don't know, like what? I don't know. Because that's nice and sharp. And then it's sharper than it usually is on this side. but it's still not as sharp as this side. Maybe if I bring the point down, it will make it look like that. Nope. I used the eyeshadow brush that Asom sent by mistake, the T05. I was gonna say 3. This is what I use for my brows. And I do like that brush for eyeliner as well. And so I kept both of them. And y'all know when I like a brush, I get more. And I had ordered 2 of the other ones I use for this brush. What is that? The V09. Yeah, I had 2 of those and I wanted 2 more. So I ordered 2 and they sent the square one by mistake. And they told me just keep them and they would send the correct ones. So that was pretty cool. We're going to take this brush and we're going to go into leather. I think this is going to be like my forever transition shade every time I go into this palette. I am overlapping. I tapped into smoke by mistake, and so I'm tapping off the brush. We're wiping it on the cloth down here. And I am overlapping the top line of my lid shades. Excuse me, because this brush is a little wide, and I'm okay with I tapped into that wrong shade again, so I'm, wiping the brush off again. Because I do want to go ahead and let this come down some on the top line and blend that out a little bit. I like how that's looking. Yeah, this is a good buff out, blend out shade for me. I like that. Oh yeah. So we're going to do the other side. We're going to tap first a couple times and then go back and forth. Tapping in again and tapping off, which I don't think I need to because it's not a color on me. Yeah, that is still just looking so sharp, which I like. I need to pay attention, and I didn't mean to drag that down there, but we'll cover that up with the brush we use for our concealer. I like how sharp this is, but this is sharp, but not as sharp. So we're going to take the brush that had that midnight shade, and we're just going to just press. We did not add more on the brush. That's nice. So we're just pressing. This is the brush that had, y'all, for some reason, we used like all of the foundation and primer. So I'm just seeing what's left in the brush. Okay, that worked. And then we also still have to powder down and put on concealer too. So that will be fine. Yeah, that midnight shade does give quite a bit of fallout. Not quite a bit. This is not much, but it's more than what I'm used to dealing with, which usually I don't deal with much at all. And so that's why it's like, Okay, we're going to take this brush and we're going to go into Thorns, this shade here. So we've used first third of the lid, center lid, outer corner, transition, first half lower lash line, and we're going to take Twilight, second half of lower lash line. And I do have out 2 of these brushes to use. And so we are going to use the mirror in the palette and put Thorns under here. Oh, that just puffed up. This is puffing up. Did I tap off? I don't think I did. Let me tap off now. And I am bringing it down a little bit further than I normally would. Part of me is thinking I should have finished the face and then did this, but if it did end up going down too far, or oh, I like that, or what was I saying, if I went down too far, or if there was fallout from it where I didn't want it to go. Now we're going to take this shade over here, Twilight. Then I would have been like, how am I going to clean this up? Which usually I'm not even concerned about cleaning up, because y'all know I like messy and murky. I like how dark this is over here, this green with that midnight shade. I am liking that. And I am tapping off with this one. And so it is not puffing up into my eye. I think I'm going to use Contemplative State on my upper lash line, which is a there, not there eyeliner for me. So, oh, I like this. Why does this side... This looks like there's shadow down here. Are you tearing? I don't know, but we still have to do concealers and all that, so that will clean itself up. So we're going to edit out putting on Natasha underneath the eyes, Estee Lauder here, powder down. I'll figure out what we're going to use for the Fenty stuff. We're going to put Contemplative State upper lash line. Let me pull out my brow stuff now. The same ones I've been using. I like this look, really easy, really simple. These two, and we're going to put this on the lips, so this will tie into the brows. And I'm not really, this eye is tearing because it's traveling. It's something I saw that I wasn't liking. We're going to take the brush that had leather on it, and we're going to blend between these two shades because it's not quite looking blended all the way over. This side is fine, but this side, like right here, to me doesn't quite look blended. But we're going to, yeah, y'all, it's tearing under here. All right, we're gonna edit out when we come back. Everything will be done. This is our finished look, y'all, and I know this is different because this from here up is just like, where are you? But it's different, and I do like it because it is different. So it's like, what's happening with the upper part of her eyeshadow look and the brows, but I like it. And I really like this gloss. I mean, this liquid lipstick. This is Spellcast Beauty from Notoriously Morbid, their sister brand. You can get it from the Notoriously Morbid website. This I purchased on clearance, so I don't know if it's still there or not. I think it was like $7 or something like that, and I bought 3 of them. And all the colors I got were funky ones. These are the other 2 that I had purchased. And so I do like how this does tie in with the brows. I do actually like that the lower lash line is more bold. It's almost like reverse eyeliner because it's bold, and the upper lash line is not. I do like how Contemplative State does just show up just a little bit on the for the wings, and my wings are kind of decent. It does blend into that first shade that we used on the inner portion of our lid, but I do really like this look. It is very different for me having this look, you know, because I would have probably used a green for the upper lash line just to bring out more color, but I'm liking that it's kind of bland because then you do have the color under here and the brows are different, and I do like the depth that we have for our outer corners, and so I am liking the look. So we have done, y'all, 5 looks with this palette, and I love every one of them. That one that was like that dirty, swampy, messy grunge, oh my gosh, I really love that one too. But I am enjoying this palette, so we're gonna give it a nap, and we're gonna, I think next is bronze palette to get through, or the Pat McGrath holiday palette from a few years ago that I thought was from this year, like Boo Boo the Troll Clown, and I purchased it, but I got it for $10, so I'm not complaining. So hang tight for those videos. Thank you for being here. If you keep coming back, go ahead and subscribe. Membership information is below. All sorts of stuff is in the description box. And so thank you, and you will see me soon. As always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. You'll see me in the next video.